We go. All right. Well, I'm having technical difficulties today. Isn't that how it always works? That's how it always works. My name is Cameron L. Abington. This is Podcast versus the World. We're in all your podcast locations. YouTube, please, if you see our video on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we can get onto the algorithm and we can get more people into our community. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, everybody that's been subscribing and downloading episodes. I appreciate it. You don't know how much it means to me to have people actually, doing, supporting me on this. I really do appreciate it. We're on Spotify. Remember, on Spotify, Pod and Cast are separate. But if you see the logo at the top, Podcast versus the World, you see that logo, that means you found me. We're on Apple Podcasts. I believe we're also on iHeart. I believe we are. Let's look that up. But we're everywhere. We're everywhere. TikTok under Cameron Abington. You'll see my wonderful face. I put a lot of clips on there. We also are starting to do TikTok lives on Saturday, 10 p.m. Central Time. Open forum. Talk about anything you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be politically related. It could be anything. It could be Diddy trial. It could be whatever you want to talk about. Life doesn't matter. I'm here to listen. I'm here to do what I can to help. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other, not to harm. Um, like I said, we're everywhere. YouTube, um, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook and Instagram under Cameron Abington. Like I said, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Today, I want to talk about something that kind of touched me a little bit, and it's been on my mind. I was going to talk about Elon Musk today and Doge and the joke that it is, but we'll talk about that another time. I want to talk about this Congressman Joni Ernst, ERNST, and she is a joke. And she was talking about the Medicaid cuts, how they're going to take away your Medicaid, take away your insurance, take away the working class people's insurance and poor people and children, because these people do not care. A lady yelled at her and said, "You're going to kill me." Our wonderful congressman from Iowa said, "Well, we're all going to die." And then when she got criticized for it, she makes a video where she's walking in a cemetery and this is what she said. This is verbatim. This is what she said. "I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize, and I'm really, really glad that I didn't have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well." She then concludes the video by encouraging viewers to embrace my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for eternal life. I'm getting so effing tired of these fake Christians that every time they get in trouble, they want to bring up Jesus Christ. This is what they want to do. Every time somebody disagrees with them, it's always, well, it's what Jesus would want us to do. I got a drink of water there. That is what these people want to do. They always want to bring up Jesus. Because I'm so Christian, you know, because Jesus would love for us to bring up the billionaires and give them more money, but get rid of the poor people and the less fortunate. That's what Jesus would want. We all know that. I'm so tired of it. These people, you know, I'm going to keep saying this until more people listen to me. It is about rich versus poor, right versus wrong, and what they're doing is wrong. They don't care about you. They don't care about their MAGA voters that vote them in office. They don't care about poor people, people of color. and I always try to keep it level, but when I listen to the people like this, they don't get it. Yes, if you take away their Medicaid, their standard of life is going to go down. If you take away their Medicaid, Miss Senator, but she don't understand that because she won't be affected. It's me and you that's going to be affected. Our rural hospitals will be shut down. If you live in a place like I do in Kansas, that's all we have. The city I live in, our hospital is considered a rural hospital. If Medicaid is taken away, that hospital will close down. They have no other way, people. They have no other way. It's not like jobs are just flowing so much and people's making so much money that, everybody has private insurance. Wouldn't that be nice? People like this Joni Ernst needs to be kicked out of office. I pray the people of Iowa, when it's time for her to come up, they kick her butt right out of office and let her go back to whatever job she was at before because she is horrible. She's the kind of person that's going to vote for that bill that's going to take away your insurance, take away Medicaid. Vote for the tax cuts that's going to help the wealthiest, kill the middle class, destroy the poor people, but we're all going to raise up the top 10%, but destroy the bottom 10. All the while, they're going to tell you that was the name of Jesus Christ is why I did it, and they're going to smile on your face. People, we have to start waking up. I'm asking MAGA voter if there's a MAGA voter that's listening to this, listen up. The red states are going to be hurt the worst, and that's the bad part. Louisiana, I did the podcast, was it yesterday? I said went out yesterday or whatever, I can't remember. For our Speaker of the House, he's from Louisiana. 40% of the people in Louisiana on Medicaid. You think he gives a damn? He don't give a damn. And how they're going to cut food stamps? The age of eligibility going to be from 18 to 7. So a little 8-year-old can take care of himself or herself because there's not going to be enough money. All these decisions affect us one way or the other. People pay attention. Here's another decision that was made today by our wonderful President Donald Trump. The tariffs on aluminum and steel. Now, if you think about it, I know you're thinking about it. You're like, well, what's that got to do with anything? Okay, it's going to hurt infrastructure, houses, and buildings. You're right. You're right. But what we also didn't realize, that people don't realize, what does your food come in? Aluminum. Your soda. People love drinking pop. You think Coca-Cola and Pepsi are going to take that? If they put 50% tariff, what do you think they're going to do? It's going to trickle down to you. That's how this works. And then Trump will tell you, like he tried to tell Walmart, you guys need to eat those tariffs. Why? You're the idiot that sat there and put them on for no reason. You're fighting a war by yourself. You're the old man sitting there at an auction, sitting there going against yourself on bidding. We have no deals in place, which affects jobs. People, we gotta start paying attention. We gotta start understanding stuff that happens on Wall Street hurts Main Street also. See, the lie that the Republicans or the right want to let you know as well. Wall Street has nothing to do with you. Hmm. You see if that's true or not. Our economy's going to hell. People's losing their people are losing their health care. People are losing their 401ks. What are we talking about? As my dog barks in the back. What are we talking about? Everything affects everything. We're all connected, everybody. We're all connected. Now, the only people this stuff doesn't hurt is if you're the top 10% That means you're making over $1 million, or at least over $500,000. It doesn't affect you. You're fine. You're cool. You're dead. Move on. But it does affect everybody else. These people do not care. Joni Ernst is the same attitude that the rest of these Republicans have when it comes to Medicaid. Now, I ain't gonna say all of them. Let me just take that. Let me back that up a little bit. Not all of them. But there's a good number of them that want more cuts to Medicaid because they don't care about you. They care about the deficit, which is great. That's wonderful. We should all care about the deficit. But should we let people starve? USAID. That was another thing that hurt people. Did you hear a Republican stand up and say, "Oh, that's wrong"? They don't care. They don't care. And it's about time that we all figure it out. But we know what they do? They keep us separate. I'm going to keep saying this and keep saying this until a MAGA voter listens. And we got to have people understand we are on the same team. We may go about it two different ways, but we're trying to get to the same place. But when you have people like Donald Trump and these Republicans that sit here and do stuff to our country, they don't care. If Donald Trump was serious about not touching Medicaid, as soon as he saw that bill, he'd have went up to Congress when the House was having their stuff and said, "Hold up, you do not touch Medicaid, Medicare, or food stamps. We'll find a way to get my tax cuts in there without hurting the poor, the people who voted for me." Did he do that? He says he did. He said he told him not to touch it. Wasn't he up at Congress? Didn't they say he was the one that pushed the bill through? So he had to have known that it was in there. He can't play naive. Is he going to tell him that God covered his ears when he covered his eyes and ears? When the bill was put through, oh, God must have shielded that away from me because I didn't see it. Or I didn't hear that was in the bill. There's 1,000 pages and God didn't let me see it. Is that the nonsense we're going to hear next? We got another Joni Ernst on our hands. These people don't care. And it's a travesty of justice that we have people who we elected. I'm in Kansas. I'm from a Republican state. Our people didn't, they voted for the bill too. Knowing a lot of Kansans, I think it's at 20, 30% are on Medicaid. Do you think they give a damn? Now, they'll sit and talk about the salt tax, the salt, state and local taxes. They'll talk about that. Oh, I did this to help the working man. Well, what about the working man and woman who has to have Medicaid for insurance for their family? How about the working man and working woman that has to be on food stamp assistance that you just sat there and cut out at the knees? But we're supposed to be happy about. They're supposed to be happy about that. We're supposed to be happy about that. We're supposed to sit here, give you a big old hug, and say, "Boy, you're so good. Man, you're the best senator I've ever seen in my life. Good God, I love you." That's what you want? You want us to do that for you? That's what you want. This is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They are against you. They are against us. We should be one. We should be one. We should be together. And I'm going to keep saying it and keep saying I'm going to keep hammer it down and hammer it down. Because I'm going to do another podcast about how Elon Musk sat here and betrayed the farmers, betrayed Trump voters, Trump went against American voters, and Donald Trump sat there and let him because he paid his way into it. You let him. Donald Trump is just as culpable in this as everybody else. He knew what was going on. He can't blame stupidity. They paved their way to the White House. We got Republican congressmen that are not doing their job. They're cosplay. I look at the Supreme Court, who should have been done laid Trump down, but they kept playing around with him. And so now they're seeing what they get. We'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if the courts start putting their, I can put that, I can use that crude term, but let's just say they're going to what's the word they used to say? I used to hear them say down here, cowboy up, as they say. Cowboy up. Supreme Court, you're going to cowboy up? You're going to sit here and show everybody who you are? I mean, they told the Trump administration to bring that young man back from El Salvador, that prison. I ain't seen, heard from him yet. They told him to bring him back. They are really, and they're not listening. They don't care. But this is what we're supposed to deal with. America, I'm telling you right now, we're in bad shape. And the people who used to be so much for the Constitution are tap dancing all over it. And they're waiting to see if America has a resolve to fight back. So yes, you need to go to your city commissions. You need to go to when your congressman comes to town. You need to let him know or her know if they keep pushing that bill through, we're pushing them out of office. Midterms are just around the corner next year, believe it or not. And there's a lot of people that know that the polling, the internal polling for this is really bad. It's really terrible. It's really terrible. Now we'll see if this whole bill goes through. We'll see how this works out. But it looks bad, people. It's not a good look. You're going to see probably a changing of the House and maybe in the Senate. We'll see. Very possible. Very possible. I hope people are finally starting to understand the gist of the situation. Quit being tribalized. Quit it. Use your brain. You're smarter than this. You don't have to do groupthink. Think about your own household for once. If you are on Medicaid or you're getting food stamp assistance, you cannot, and your representative votes to get rid of it. Why are you keeping them? Are you so tribalized that you would rather stay with your tribe instead of just saying, you know what, this guy's not for me. He's not doing what's best for me and my family. And that's the point. That's the point. Anyway, that was my thoughts for today. Just something I was thinking about. I was watching about this Joni Ernst, and it's just sickening. And how, if she makes another term, I'll be shocked. I mean, I was very red, but people, she ain't for you. MAGA, pay attention. These people are not for you, man. They're against you. You know, I can't go into everybody's pocket and say, oh, well, you're on Medicaid or you're on Medicaid. You know what you're on. You know if you're getting food stamps benefits. You know that. So you should starve so the top 10% can live better. Think about that for a second. How does that help America that the top 10% get more stuff while the rest of us lose things? Explain that to me. Explain that how that being American. I thought being American, we help each other up. We grab ourselves by the bootstraps. We see our fellow man hurt. We grab them by the hand. We lift them up with us. That's what I thought we were. That's what America's supposed to be. When the hell did this America start where only the rich can get what they want? You know, the rest of us, we got to ration our bar. You know, like President Trump said, Well, your daughter only needs one Barbie doll and 5 pencils. Get the hell out of my face. It's like, no, you didn't tell that to Ivanka. You know, you didn't give her everything she wanted, but you had the money. But the rest of us people, well, we just got to make do. But we should suffer so you can progress. Think about that for a second. That doesn't make sense. You would sacrifice your family for them. You would look at your kids in the house with you right now. Look at them. You would sacrifice your family eating, enjoying their life, so the top 10% can live better and have more stuff while you sit there and have nothing. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know it, and I know it. We all know it. We all know it. But that's the kind of bullshit line that they're trying to serve you right now. I don't MAGA. There should be MAGA voters so pissed all over this country. They should be standing up, yelling at Donald Trump, telling him, "You bet as hell better not sign that bill. You bet the hell not." You saw January 6th. You know what we can do. We have to come together, rich man versus poor man. That is what's going on right now. I'm just, um, like I said, it's never surprising to me. I guess I shouldn't be surprised um, about how stuff is going, but the callousness of this lady, I'm telling you, the Iowa voters should kick her ass out of office. The sooner the better. The sooner the better. Kick her ass out of office. Say bye bye. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Before I sign off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that was on the TikTok live with me on Sunday night. I appreciate it. Um, Everything that everybody showed up, I appreciate listening to me. Like I said, this Saturday we're gonna do it again, TikTok live, um, and we're gonna try to get it going again. You know, I think we're going. I had a friend of mine said, "Cameron, you need to start doing more TikToks to kind of push the videos out." I thought, we might do that. So I might do another little short TikTok live just kind of to talk about the podcast we did tonight. Um, the Drive for Five is still live on TikTok. We appreciate it. If I can get all those TikTok people to go to YouTube and start watching the YouTube videos or listen to the podcast, I'd be great. So let's start doing that. If you're listening to the sound of my voice and you do TikTok and you're hey man, get on there, watch the podcast. The podcast is really good information. Um, like I said, I try to be as non-biased as possible. Good lord. Oh, good lord. Some days it's hard. It's harder than others. I will say that it's harder than others. Today's one of those days having a tough time. Um, but but that's the plan. We'll try to do another video sometime this week. We try to do 3 a week. Sometimes it gets to 4, and it kind of depends. Like I have another video plan. Like it's on Elon Musk and Doge that I want to get out. Um, I might knock it out tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. This one's kind of late, so we'll probably wait on it. Um, Say Driver 5 is still alive. We're still working to that goal of of getting hopefully 10,000. That'd be great. That'd be great. But let's just get to 5,000, and then we'll kind of go from there. Um, I appreciate all the comments and questions and things people are asking and saying. Any comments that you have, maybe we'll start bringing it up on the. That'd be a good idea. We'll bring it up on the live on Saturday. So if you have any questions, we'll bring it up there. The email for us is podcastversustheworld76 at gmail.com. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please relay them there. Comments on any of my videos, please, please, please. We need more people talking to get us into the algorithm, especially with YouTube. That's a big one. We can get into the algorithm, and we're aces, baby. We're aces. This is Podcast versus the World. God bless you. Have a good day, and we'll see you again this week.